So today we're looking at the Ezymount EFM5600B full motion EV bracket. It's rated up to 80 inches, and in this video we'll test it on 45 kilos, which is a pretty typical weight for an 85 inch, but I always prefer to test brackets conservatively. So the packaging's simple, practical, it's all cardboard and paper, no plastics. Everything's clearly laid out. And you'll notice stamped on the front, you've got that arrow pointing upwards, so that helps during install. The bracket comes in two parts, so you've got the wall bracket itself, and then you've got the VESA arms that attach to the back of the TV. You also get the wall and TV screw packs. Being Ezymount, you can be assured that they'll be correct, and if not, just give them a buzz and they'll mail something out. The interesting thing is the wall plate's really wide, 820mm, so even worst case, you've got studs that are 600mm apart, you still get 200mm for left to right adjustment so that your TV can be positioned in the right spot. I also notice there's a lot of steel here. The lower section of the top rail is around 5mm thick. That's really thick. The upper section is 3mm. The side plates don't really matter. Their only job is to keep the top and bottom rails parallel, but all of that mass adds up. This bracket weighs 6.3 kilos on its own, and for that reason it's nice and stiff, and that matters when mounting TVs. The VESA, the maximum height is 400mm and the maximum width is 600mm, which covers most major brands. The only one I'd watch out for is TCL. They sometimes do funny things. Cable management's really basic. You just get 3 cable ties. The recommended approach is to run signal cables down one arm and power down the other. The TV testing board, it's 15 kilos, so once it's mounted, you'll notice that the bracket naturally wants to lean forward a little, is normal. But that's why it's good to have upward tilt. As we add weight, we dial in some upward tilt to compensate. At around 45 kilos, the screen settles back to roughly level, which is what you would expect in a real install of a large TV. At close to full extension, roughly 420mm, you get a reasonable amount of swivel. For most seating positions, it's okay. If you regularly sit well off center, I would still recommend something like the Vogel's TVM 5845 or TVM 5855. That'll give you more swivel. Although it's specified at 32mm from the wall minimum, the testing board sits slightly further out. At higher loads, around 45 kilograms, getting the full 420mm extension also becomes a little more difficult, but we get close. And because I loaded one side of the testing board and then I loaded the other side of the testing board with weight, it ended up being slightly out. The good news is there's a post-installation level adjustment, and you also get a nice size washer, so that level adjustment works quite well. Swiveling smooth, but when the TV is extended and angled, you just need to be careful not to let the edge of the screen make contact with the wall. You don't want to damage your TV. So in practical terms, the EFM5600 is a stiff, wide wall plate. It's a full motion bracket design, so it handles large TVs, and it also sits close to the wall. It's rated to 80 inches, and at 45 kilograms, it behaves well. So it's a solid bracket, and I would recommend it.